Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple upsets today, and we've also seen the St. Clair Saints also do the dominance that they did on that first series that we casted. But we're gonna be hopping right into this one. Newberry Esports Ohio, and it's going to be Ohio getting the first little bit of time off that. But as we talked about before, it's all about those P2 to P3 rotations and making sure that you get that really valuable time off those first two hills. And we're going to see which two teams can do that. And you see it already since they're fighting for those P2 spots.
Yeah, those P2 spawns so influential as Diff now trying to push things out here towards P2 is Freaky. As well, the gunfight on the hill not going to go his way. Ohio still, their presence being known and made sure of as they look to get some of that initial time. But like you said, all about P2, where Newberry, they're looking to be set up and good to go. We'll see what Ohio will do for the break.
Ohio does a little bit of time off that P1, 16 seconds to sit in the back pocket, but like you said, look at your mini map there. That is all for Newberry just sitting on P2, and that's going to be a lot of valuable time for them coming off of that if they're able to hold this to get the feed already. Icy, though, through the back gets to himself, but that's already Diff on the 5 spree. He does get traded out by Excuse. Newberry Esports looking to hit the lead change in here, but that's Ohio jumping right back into this point, finding 3 dead in the feed, and a beautiful, beautiful break at Ohio University.
Ohio University, that's exactly what you wanted to see going into this one. You're able to find a way to come back from your setbacks. You lost those spots, but a good break comes through, and now it's going to be all up to Newberry to try to find their way back in. 20 seconds left, though. It's already going to start to be about those rotations on over towards P3, where you can see already looking to get set up is, of course, Newberry. They're in the hill, good to go. Icy, though, trying to break things wide open. That's the first kill. Is he going to be able to find the next, though? That's the real question. Literally knocking on the front doors, Ohio. Now, is it going to be all about the kills? Because Tada trying to find his way in. It's only one player left up, one player taken care of. It's going to be Ohio with the break on in.
And I mean, I think I've noticed already is Ohio University's breaks have really, really come out to show here in this map number 1, breaking on 2 different money hills. And that's something that you've really got to notice heading into the rest of this Hardpoint and maybe to the rest of the tournament for them. Now another 3 dead defeat. Freaky the last one up, trying to do it. And he does find one, but can't find the last. Icy takes out another, puts himself on a 5 spree, 1 off the cruise. And now Ohio University looking to already rotate over to this barbershop area. Lux does go down. Tada as well. Too big for Freaky. Can Excuse take him down? Yes, he can. That is a big, big kill in the back, but traded as well. Newberry will have the setup, but I feel like we've said that every time. Newberry have been hitting their rotations very, very well, and Ohio University seeming to rely heavily on their breaking ability. And I mean, so far, Epiphany, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The breaks from Ohio have been good so far. Let's see if they can continue that break. And oh my gosh, a triple nade kill. One from a single from Excuse and a double for Freaky. That's insane.
So far, so good for Ohio, but Newberry with the rotation on over towards the Barber, they can definitely inch up on that scoreline. And Cells making sure that that is a harder task for Ohio to get the break on in. As Newberry, the push out, looking solid. Those green arrows flooding over towards the point, though. Diff, though, taking them down on the approach. A good set of kills, possibly a second to line up as well. Cells, good help. That's going to be Newberry with good time continuously on this hill. Rotation having to be inbound. As Ohio University, they're looking to be set up. They are here, good to go. Newberry Esports. The kills, though, however, going in their favor.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big, big gunfight of Cells. Back there, KB trying to find one, but Tada with a little bit of a play onto him. He does get traded. 3 dead in speed now for Ohio. They will have control. That's all 4 dead. That is control for Ohio University. A good kill from KB, but the break is going to have to come through from Newberry, and this is very, very valuable time. 45 seconds to work with. Ohio University trying to look for the full 60 here on this P5. I gotta say, they're doing a very, very good job so far.
Ohio University, good time. Icy able to find the kills. This is going to be Newberry looking to organize for the break on in from the front side. Those green arrows also spawning towards the right side of the map, though. That's going to be a little bit rough for the rotation, as they're going to have to find a way to break from the front side. Newberry, they are looking to be here, set up, and ready to go. Ohio University, though, looking to find the break on in. Newberry Esports, though, you got the Overwatch, you got cells towards topside patio. Right here, you got the rest of Ohio University trying to find their way through the front, but still, it's a difficult task, as Excuse, though, is able to find one. Maybe that's what you need to get the front break going.
And Freaky does take out one with Diff and another one, so that's 2 dead. Ohio University may have to hold up play here as Freaky just pushed, and a beautiful nade from Cells. Hey, hold this for me, and that's 3 dead in the feed as well for Newberry Esports. And still 40 seconds left to work with on this hill. Sadat trying to come in, does find one that's 2 dead in the feed. Now they're looking to have the break on in. Freaky on a 5 spree. Give him another one as well. That's a cruise missile for him. A 7th as well. Freaky starting to pop off here. A lot of people were really excited to see this guy on LAN. 21 and 10 to start off this map 1, and a beautiful, beautiful start and a beautiful hill for Newberry as well. A full 60 for Newberry to counter the full 60 of Ohio. And they get right back into the game, and this guy cannot be killed. Epiphany 23 and 10 on the 9th spree. Give him
my
a 10
lord.
as well.
A merciless right now for Mr. Freaky as he's here on this Taco Hill, garnering the time for himself and his team. It's about to be a lead change here as Newberry Esports, they cross over that 145 and counting threshold. Diff as well, making sure to keep the front side occupied. Freaky, the same story. He finally drops, but 25 and 11 is a KD that you just can't ignore as Ohio University now feeling the burn.
And Diff on a 5 spree as well right now. If he gets a cruise missile as well, that'd be 2 in the pocket for Newberry Esports, and to have our Mercado is a very, very big advantage. Icy looking to do a little bit of a rotation here, but gonna go down to Da on the trade. He is there, but gets traded out as well. Excuse already. They're thinking about these P2 before it even pops. Excuse finds one, not gonna find the second. That's Freaky. Another kill to go on to his tally. 3 dead in the feed. Diff is on the 8th spree as well now. 2 cruise missiles secured for Newberry Esports. The 190 mark secured as well, and they're creeping up on that 200-point mark with 48 seconds left to go on this P1. Diff does finally go down. Ohio University trying to find a way back into this, but Epiphany, it is looking very, very rough for them right now.
Yeah, rough run. You know, it was a strong start, but now Newberry starting to keep up. Icy, though, the same, maybe able to find 2. Does drop eventually, but Newberry Esports still good time there on P1. As now they look to get the rotation on Tada, though, trying to break from the front side. Has got to stay alive hedge, though. That's the first task. Here's Newberry. They look to find the rotation. So far, it looks like that's going to be the case. Red in the feed flows. As Newberry, they continue to put Ohio in the ground here on the rotation. And then you get a full 60 here on P2 on the second set. You can win it here. It's got to be very solid, though.
Yeah, Ohio University has shown the ability to break, but they're going to have to show a really, really good break here. They are in now. 45 seconds left to go on this P2, so they've got some time to work. They've got some time to find a way back into this. You hold this last 40 seconds here, Epiphany. You turn this game on its head. You make it about 200 apiece right now. Ohio University in a big, big position to turn this game around. Tada with a big 2-piece as well. Lux comes in. That's 3 dead in the feed. KB, the last one up. He's had a bit of a struggle this game. 13 and 14. Just been kind of a little even right now. Has been a little hard to find some kills. But 200-point mark now about to be extended now. Newberry Esports, that's only 10 seconds of scrap. Ohio does get a very, very good rotation onto this P3 as well, Epiphany. This is a big, big opportunity for them to get back into this game.
Yeah, and you know, I want to point something out here that I just noticed while looking at the scoreboard. Looks certainly not having a great map number 1. 7 and 26.
7?
And still 7? And still Ohio. They're making this competitive, which is absolutely bewildering to me. But now Freaky making it quite the opposite of what I just said. Diff the cruise as well. The cruise is proving useful for Newberry to try to drive home this game number 1.
I I said it earlier, the 2 cruise missiles in the back pocket could prove to be the difference maker, but the difference maker is Freaky. 38 and 17, 38 and 18. He could get the 40 bomb here. It just depends if Newberry hits the 250 first, and they will. 250 to 200, a competitive game nonetheless, but Freaky, 39 kills as Newberry Esports with an amazing first map there. 39 and 18 out of this guy, turning on people and popping absolute pieces.
I have no idea how that was that competitive, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Having a player go 7 and 27 is just, it's going to hurt you in the long run. So for the fact that these guys turned up as they did, a player like Icy really putting in the work and the teamwork being there enough, that shows a couple things: that this team definitely has what it takes to get an upset going, but also that there are some gaps for Newberry. If you're able to let that many points through and you have players not making their presence known on a map like Mercado, you do get maybe a bit worried going forward in the series. On the other hand, though, Newberry, they did really start to run away with it, so we'll see how Hotel goes.
I mean, you can say that they started to run away with it, but I mean, those 2 cruise missiles don't land there in the final. Ohio University had set up. They had the P3 rotation. They're down 207 to 186. That is a very good opportunity to get yourself right back into the game. It's only 20, 30 points, and you're at the lead. But then those 2 cruise missiles, Freaky just absolutely popping off at the end of that one. And, you know, you said, like, how was it that close? I think that maybe, you know, in the beginning of the game, we saw that Ohio had jumped out to kind of a big lead. You know, they were up about 100 to, you know, 38, 40 around that mark. And then all of a sudden it starts to be Freaky, Newberry. They start coming back. And I mean, they absolutely put on a performance right there on that Mercado. What a map 1 out of both of these teams, man. And I'm excited as we're about to hop into this Hotel S&D, man. What do you think is going to be the key here for Ohio to get back into this one? Like you said, they had a player go 7 and 26, and they still crossed that 200-point threshold. What has to be the key to success for him going into this map?
I mean, I'd say there are 2 things. You need to find a way to get Lux to get that higher KD. Just find some of those first bloods, find some of those opening kills, maybe some easy trades if you even need to. So that's, I'd say, the first thing. The other thing as well for Ohio is you need to find a way to shut down Freaky. That guy went on a 10 spree there in that opening hardpoint. You don't take care of him, he's going to be a nuisance in S&D too.
Dude, 39 and 18.
It's insane.
On land too.
It's absurd.
This guy is frying right now. I was looking on Twitter earlier this week when the announcement got dropped that Newberry had Freaky on the team. A lot of people were excited to see this guy on land, and I could see why, man. I mean, this guy is an absolute demon on the map, man. Almost dropping a 40 bomb in map 1. Heading into the S&D, I can't wait to see what these 2 teams bring, and especially Freaky, man. This is going to be a crazy one. I really want to see here who gets those first bloods. We saw how important it was on that Hotel S&D we watched earlier between St. Clair and BW, and it was a close back and forth, right? You saw whoever was managing the first bloods normally was able to manage the round. Both of those sites can be a real hard retake to hit, so we'll have to see what happens. But we're getting this lobby set up, and I think we're going to toss it over to a quick break while we get this set up. And when we come back, we'll have map number 2 on Hotel S&D. Can't forget, you know, Michigan, Ohio State.
Right.
A lot of big teams are in this tournament, and I love that it's kind of like the Ohio scene. And Epiphany, we are actually getting in to map number 2 here between Ohio University and Newberry Esports. Let's get it underway with some search and destroy.
Map number 2, let's get after it. Newberry, what can you do to try to close this one out here in the best of 3? As Ohio University, they look to find a way to tie things up 1-1. Already off the bat, so far, no kills for either team as Newberry trying to feel out how to get this push going. Excuse me, Ohio, but caught it. Bomb in hand. Looking to find that opening. It's going to be nades coming out, though, from Newberry on that defensive side, as Looks as well trying to have a better game than his first one. So far, not a good start, but nonetheless, Skew is able to find the kill in response. could be a 3 versus 3.
And right now, a very, mixy start for both of these teams. Both down a player right now. That bomb's going to try to go down here for Ohio University. They have 28 seconds left, trying to get some big shots, but that's Diff with the sniper. Sells as well on Tada. Now Diff does go down. Icy in the technical 1v3. He's already taken care of one. Now in the 1v2. Icy shots onto Freaky right here, but 14 seconds left. He's got to get this bomb down or kill both of these players. I just don't think he has the time or the positioning right here. Just gonna try to take a Chow, maybe just extend the streak. Does find Icy, but the Chow is not going to come in from Cells, and that will be Newberry Esports taking that round number 1.
A very good start to try to go 2-0 here in the series, and Newberry, I mean, at this point, all about the continuation of the momentum. We'll see what they're able to do on that attacking side. That's, of course, where it gets a little bit more difficult sometimes around. As Ohio right now, trying to figure out how to get things moving in their favor. Try to tie things up 1-1 and keep it nice and competitive. KB, bomb in hand, moving things over towards that B site.
Yeah, taking a look at your minimap here, that's going to be 3 players from Newberry about to flood on to this kitchen. We're about to meet a mob, and now in here, but Lux is going to take care of one, immediately get traded. The bomb plant now going down for Newberry Esports, just under a minute left, and now make it 40 seconds now to defuse this bomb for Ohio University, and now they're down a man as well. Diff onto Excuse, Diff onto Icy, Freaky the last one. That's Newberry Esports, 2 up, 2 down, and Epiphany, this is looking like a dominant team, and maybe one of the teams we should have talked about heading into this. I think obviously we just didn't know from how, mixy that first map was, but I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but Newberry Esports was one of those teams that we thought could be kind of a high seed. They're a Division 1 team, Freaky out here doing his thing. And so far, Newberry Esports dominating here on this hotel.
I mean, they look legit right now. I'm going to be honest with you, Newberry Esports, you can see the way that Freaky is playing, the way that Diff is turning up here in this map number 2, 3, and 1 to start things off. This is how you see a dominant team in its finest form. As now they look to lock down another one. Nice B push there as well. The same coming through from Ohio, but Freaky, he's able to open up the kills with a 2-piece. Todd an Excuse. Able to find 2 of their own, though. It's a 2 versus 2 now. As control is going to be for Ohio in the site. Newberry gonna have to organize for the break. Cells and KB, what can you do? All about identifying the location of the players.
Cells using some use over here, just trying to find some marker, trying to find some info. Now you know that there's one in freezer. Cells also takes out Tada. You know where the last one is. Excuse here with a nice little wrap, though. I do like this play, but Cells reads it like a book. And Newberry Esports take their 3rd round in a row. A beautiful 2v2 retake by Newberry Esports, absolutely clinical. And we're at the Collegiate LAN, and these guys are putting on a college class.
Oh yeah, they're putting on a master class. This is maybe even for the PhD, we'll see, but Cells, so far so good. A nice kill there to close out the round, as Ohio University gonna have to find some way, somehow, get back up in this one. Otherwise, it is going to be a rough showing, a rough story. Ohio University, I mean, you look across the board right now, Excuse is able to get 2 on the board for himself after a lackluster game number 1. But now it's all about Newberry. Eyes on the prize. 3 more to go. So far, so good. Freaky already getting up in the business of Ohio University. Dead silence popped. What can you do? What move are you going to make?
And right now, players kind of spread all around the map. Freaky just does not miss, dude. This guy is different, man. I mean, 5 and 2 to start out that one. I thought he was at a little bit of a disadvantage, but you see how well the shots are. Freaky just absolutely is getting freaky with it right now, man. Lux is the only one left to stop Newberry Esports from getting their 4th round in a row. Freaky's looking for his 3rd in the round, and he might find it right here on Deluxe. He's just jumping around in their top bed, being such a nuisance right now. The 1v4 for Lux here, 30 seconds left. A bomb defusal as well. He does take out the man of the hour. now in the 1v3, but Epiphany, this just looks like too much to handle right now. 20 seconds left to defuse, almost impossible situation. Newberry Esports 4-0.
I mean, this is even more dominant than the last game. I thought maybe you slow things down in Ohio, or they're going to be able to maybe get their feet moving in the right direction, but this is just even harder for them. Newberry Esports looking good on Hotel, S&D, or maybe the game overall, but Ohio University, they got to find something soon.
They need something right now. I don't know about soon. It might be ASAP. You're down 4-0. You lose this round right here. It's series point. There is no time left to lollygag around for Ohio University. They have 7 total kills between them, and Freaky is on 6. They have got to find kills. They've got to find rounds. Lux opens it up nice there with the first blood, but Diff, an immediate trade on the excuse to turn this into a 3v3. And now Lux trying to get out of the aim of Cells, but he cannot do it. Icy trades one back onto Diff, so a 2v2, one of the best positions that Ohio University has been in. But with Cells holding this heady right here, the bomb may be able to go down. Cells peeking for heads right now. Tada just trying to find a way on. Cells does go down, and now Ohio University with the 2v1 life advantage, the bomb down as well. But look at who it is. It's Freaky, and he gets taken out almost immediately. And Ohio University finds their first round onto the board, and a much, much, much needed one at that.
Very much needed. Now it's going to be all about stringing something together. 5-3 right now for Icy, trying to put in the work for this Ohio squad. As Newberry Esports, I mean, right now, this is just really clinical gameplay out of them, though. You see the way that they're setting these pushes up. They're setting the defense up so well. It makes it so difficult for Ohio University to find their way through, and now off the break, you can see a nice split coming through. KB gonna have that bomb, a quick push coming in over towards B, number 6. Trying to play distraction, trying to play spoil towards the middle of the map. That's gonna be Diff. We'll see what he can find. Number 4, though, the only player up on the site. It's Lux. He's going to be greeted with a rude awakening. The players are here, or maybe he's going to make them stay awake. Luke's able to find both of them. That is rough for Newberry.
And already almost more kills than he had in the hardpoint. Diff does find one onto Excuse. Turns this into a 3v2, but B site control here. But unfortunately for them, it's the wrong site. KB making this wrap over to the A site. They'll get the free plant here. Can Newberry Esports take this one right away from Ohio? We'll have to see. The push is going to be coming from all sides here. Can KB and Diff hold this off? 34 seconds left to go in the round. Luke trying to find the shots. Ladder stall not going to work. Now all on to Diff. He does take out one, though. Diff, not the second, and Ohio University gonna find their second round here on the board. Newberry Esports, are you shaking a little bit over here? You know, you gave away 2 in a row. You give away this next one, and things could start to get very, very mixy.
Yeah, I think this is where you maybe start to feel a little bit in jeopardy. We'll see if this is going to warrant a turn up from them in some regard. As right now, I mean, I think you look at KB maybe to be the guy to just get a few of those extra kills to really put them over the edge that they need to. But still, Newberry putting in the work. Diff 8-4. It's a 2.0 KD for him. And Ohio University, I mean, looks and Icy trying to do everything that they can. We'll see how things go. Already, though, on the attack right now, Ohio trying to find that opening over towards A. That first blood, so crucial, though. Not coming through for either team just yet. SL's looking to make his way towards the top side. Number 2, that's Tada looking to get that bomb plan down. So far, so good. Good control of the site. Cells now trying to find the angle onto a player. That's first blood. Newberry. Now, how are you going to profit off of it? It's another one off the back end of that kill. Woo! Make that a third. Freaky going wild. You know where the last is. Now it's all about isolation. That is execution at its finest from Newberry.
I mean, it's another masterclass, right? I mean, these guys are putting on a clinic right here. Class is in session at Newberry, and right now, 5-2 up. It was 2 good rounds in a row from Ohio, but now Freaky actually finds that last kill. I thought Diff had that, but that's actually Freaky finding the last bullet to take him out, man. 8-5 in this one. What can you say about him, man? One of our guys that we will have to watch throughout this tournament. Got to give it the props to Diff as well. 9-4 over here. Definitely the dynamic duo of Newberry Esports, man. And right now, Ohio University backs are up against the wall. This is series point. Remember, all of our pool games, best of threes here on this day one here in our Collegiate LAN event. And Newberry Esports trying to look to go 2-0 in group. Cells finds the first one onto Icy. Beautiful kill from Freaky again. I mean, you cannot let that happen. This guy is all up in your business right now. And Newberry Esports is making it look nasty.
And even Tada trying to find another one. Luke says well towards the top side. Is that going to be the kill? Not yet. Tada just trying to play his life towards topside bed, but I think Newberry, they've isolated these players. Now it's all on to Tada. Now it's Tada on the floor. That is going to be a quick ending there for Newberry as they take the series 2-0.
I mean, dominant performance, right? I mean, the hard point was a little mixy, but I think it was only a little mixy because they were trying to let their boys fry out. I mean, Freaky and Diff, both were over 30-plus kills. You got to let the boys fry. I think maybe trying to let Freaky get the 40 piece. They end up getting it 250, 200, and then utter dominance in that. They go up 4-0 in the S&D. They give away 2 rounds, then close it out with 2 rounds of their own right back, 6-2. To go 2-0 in the group right now. They've got another game to come up later. We will not even see a control yet on this stream. 2 quick 2-0s. I mean, and understandably so. We knew coming into this that Newberry was kind of the favorite. We knew the struggles of Ohio University. We thought maybe an upset here, the Hardpoint. It got exciting, but nonetheless, I mean, Newberry just puts on a masterclass right there to close that series out, man.
Yeah, those guys definitely been on the struggle bus recently, so we'll kind of see what they do to try to get off of it, see how they can maybe turn things up a bit, but the struggles, they continue, and that's going to be Newberry taking things away in a dominant way. But we do have an interview coming up. It's going to be Freaky for the interview, the guy that we were talking about in map number 1, absolutely going wild in 2 as well. So we'll see what he has to say. But Matt, definitely another good game on the day here. You know, I think Newberry, they played that very, very well, but I think Ohio University, their struggles prevailed through that as well. So Newberry, I definitely am confident for them moving forward. So
Yeah, and I do want to say too, for the side of Ohio, they had a couple of good, they had sparks, right? They showed some good Call of Duty in that series, but it's the struggles that ultimately get them in the end, like you say, that prevail. This team has just got a couple of core problems that they have to fix and a couple of core issues that if they don't fix, they're going to continue to just lose these series to better teams. And that's what it showed right there, that Newberry, the better team, they had the experience, they had the knowledge, and they showed it right there, especially in the S&D. When things slow down, we do say that for a couple of teams, you might have the advantage against a better team when it slows down. But when a team like Newberry comes in and the game slows down so much like that, they're able to control almost every facet of the map. And you really saw that on that S&D.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we do have an interview now. I believe we are going to be joined by Freaky from this Newberry squad. A nice 2-0 win for you guys today. It was a bit close, though, in that map number 1, which is what I want to ask you about. You did have some struggles there, but you eventually closed it out in a solid 250, 200. Kind of want to ask you, what was your guys' thought process going through that one?
So I would think to start the map, we had a decent P1. P1's always mixy. We always like to say that if P1 has a great time, it's fine, as long as we control for P2, which we did initially. We controlled P2 pretty well, and then we got insta-broken. And once we got insta-broken, I kind of just started focusing on the rotation because it's so hard to break P2. It's not worth throwing lives and then giving them the map control. So pretty much what we did is we started our rotation to P3, and we had it set up fine. And then one person died, and then all of us instant died right after that. So I think to start the map, we kind of trolled our P2 and 3, which kind of gave them like 80 or so points. If we don't do that, I mean, that map's a blowout. I mean, I was feeling good. I mean, the team's feeling good. The comms are really clean. But I think if 3 to 4 kills go a different way, I think that map is not even close.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I was about to say too, like starting out, we thought that like Ohio might have just had like some really good breaks, and then all of a sudden, man, you go on that 10 spree. I mean, we saw it, you go nuts, and it seems like after that 10 spree, that's where you guys just start frying. I mean, you end up with 39 kills, you almost get the 40 bomb. I mean, it seems like after that, the map kind of turned around for itself. You guys get double cruise missiles in the back pocket with you and Diff. I mean, is that the duo right there? Is you and Diff? Are you guys the main slayers? Is this what you guys do every map?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, a good thing about our team is there's so much talent. Shout out KB, by the way. KB just started competing
Oh, nice.
2 months ago. The guy had no clue what competitive COD was. He's learned really quick. He's been super flexible with us. We've been hard on him. So shout out to KB. He's playing really well. He's a great teammate. So shout out to him. But I would say me and Diff definitely slay a lot. I've been trying to focusing on just making the right plays for the team because we have so much talent. So I mean, the kills are going to come regardless of what we do. Cells can slay, Diff can slay. I mean, we all just take turns having fun pretty much. But and the most important thing has been we've just been working on our comms and just been working on like just the sheer teamwork itself. So
Awesome. Yeah, I think one more thing I want to ask you is, going into that S&D, obviously a nice win you came off of. You switched maps, of course, you went over towards Hotel. It was their pick as well. I kind of want to ask you, like, was that you kind of feeling comfortable on Hotel, feeling comfortable in S&D, or just continuing the momentum? I kind of want to ask you, like, to diagnose kind of why you did so well in that map.
I think a big thing is for that map. I mean, all around we're pretty solid at S&D. I mean, that's probably our least rep map, but I just think the team dynamic that we have works really well on it, and with our comms being so clean and really calm for the most part, I think that makes it a lot easier. I mean, I've played a lot of S&D in my days. I've played with some good S&D players this year. Shout out Conwa. Conwa's taught me a lot this year. Yeah, so we have a couple really good S&D minds. We bring some new strats. I mean, we just know how to slow it down because teams are going to try to play really slow and really patient, and we know that everyone's just looking for mistakes on the map. So as long as you secure the defenses, the offenses will come with, I mean, the slaying power that we have. But I would say the momentum was a big part of it. Like me personally,
Awesome.
I was feeling good. I mean, we had some lobby issues. It happens, but
Yep.
I mean, I can never get iced. So
Awesome.
Well, dude, I mean, it was an amazing performance from you guys, an easy 2-0 in the series, and now you guys find yourself 2-0 in the group. Anything left you gotta say as you guys head in to the rest of this pool day?
I mean, again, shout out KB. He's looking great. First LAN, first game competing. Shout out my team. I mean, everyone's keeping the vibes up. I mean, I just love the energy. And yeah, no, shout out Game Arena. This place is amazing. I'm just ready to keep playing. I'm ready to get into the next series right now. Play, I think, number 11 ranked SIUE. I'm just ready to make a statement. I just want everybody to know.
Yeah, they're helping us run a good stream. Shout out Game Arena. I appreciate it, Freaky. Thank you for
No
hopping
problem.
on and talking to us. But Matt, I